Network Entertainment.
We didn't see it coming, did we? This seismic tectonic shift in the electorate in one of the highest turnouts for a midterm election. This isn't just a referendum on the administration, but a roadmap for 2028. We need to talk about this, decode it, unbox, unpack. And joining me are former Senator Richard Dick Gordon. Hi, sir. Thank you for being here. Edwin Lascerda, who used to be spokesperson for the late former President Noynoy Aquino. Hi, Edwin.
Hello,
Edwin.
Pia.
The Wends, di ba? Mikey De Quiros of Full Circle Communications. Hi,
Hello.
Mikey. Thanks for
Hi.
being here. Sophia Relosa, Chinese metaphysics consultant. Hi, Sophia.
Hi, Pia. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. And Baus Rufo, very popular with the millennials.
Thank you for having me. Yes. Hello.
Stand-up comedian, content creator. What happened? Di ba? We'll explain
Yes,
that in a
we
bit.
will try to
Yeah.
unpack it. Yes.
Okay. And I'm Pio Ontiveros. Let's talk. So, of course, the first question is, what happened and why? Diba? Parang nakakagulat kasi. So, I wanted to start with the veteran in the group.
Veteran?
Yes, of course. The political veteran, Senator Dick
Not
Gordon. Sen Dick,
necessarily.
what happened?
Well, I expected talaga a mishmash because the lines in the country have been divided between, as usual, the ex-presidents. We're still controlled by Marcos hanggang way back, a little bit of Macapagal, the Aquinos, the Dutertes, and of course, now itong dispensation na a new Marcos. No? And the issues are very pronounced. One has to take sides. If you take sides in a rational way, I think you'll really vote for justice. If you take sides blindly, like some Filipinos are wont to be, the FPJ type, mamatay mabuhay, FPJ pa ako. Yung mga nasa ganyang pag-isip, boboto kala Duterte yan. But upon the other hand, the new development, which is quite refreshing, is some people voted wisely and wanted a balanced mix. Somebody had to go between these guys and come up with some choices for our country. And I think that's what happened. I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised?
I'm not surprised.
Parang the natural
Because there's
progression
a
of things.
lot of talk. We're
Okay.
a very noisy country.
Yeah.
And somehow, parang mega trending yan eh. You look at all the newspapers and somehow, even if you're not the smartest person in the world, you will see right through it. Makakakuha ka ng logical choice.
Yeah.
Pero kung ikaw, naghihintay ka ng pera, walang gamot doon. Talagang boboto ka doon sa magbibigay siya ng
Pero
pera.
yung sinabi niyo yung vote wisely, kasi di ba ilang election na yan eh. Di ba every election, vote wisely, and then people say,
Hindi na nakikinig ang
"Ano
tao
nangyari?"
doon.
Pero ngayon, biglang, now you're saying, may nag-vote wisely
No, I think
na,
it's
di ba?
now voting with their mind and their future. Tatakot na rin ng tao.
Yeah.
This election can produce a civil war. As far as I'm concerned, I think it can happen because the lines are so what if they go after Duterte, and they will, and they should, magre-react yung mga
Which Duterte? Sara?
Sara.
You're talking about the
Both of them are in
impeachment
carpet.
trial.
Both of them are in the carpet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
katulad nung pinaalis si Marcos, sabi ng mga Amerikano, inalis natin si Marcos because meron siyang solid north. Si Duterte, pinagmamalaki niya, even with the military, meron akong solid south. So you take me out, I will take Mindanao with me. So that's something that we must really face
Yeah.
in 2028. All right?
Yeah.
Or, wag naman mangyari, people get desperate, they take a fatal situation.
Meaning?
Because the only way some people can escape justice could be by an assassination. And they hinted at it.
Hinted? That was a broad hint, di ba?
Sabi niya, I'm being kind. I'm being kind. I'm a lawyer. Di ba?
Okay.
Sinabi niya na eh. That was out of desperation. That was not a hint. That's a shot before the bow. And we should be careful. I'm talking as a Filipino we all love our country in different ways, but we have to be intense in this particular guy. I think we're going into very difficult times and waters. We have to charter it in such a way that justice and fairness must prevail. And you cannot avoid it.
Yeah.
You cannot avoid it.
Okay. Let's go first to Edwin, and then I want Edwin to answer that same question. So, what happened and why? Taking off also from what Sandy
I
was
think everyone was
talking about.
surprised because everybody was already basing the predictions on the surveys. The surveys to a large degree, parang mind control na yan eh. Ito yung mananalo. Trending na nila. So you expect, these are the names that came out in the top 12. So you would expect those 12 names to come out. Plus, the track record so far until this election, SWS, Lilo, Pulse Asia,
Yeah.
were
Very good track record. And
Fairly
then-
very
yeah.
consistent. In fact, even Ronnie Holmes was very surprised that the prediction was wrong. Pero at the same time, you should have seen that the approval rating of President Marcos was going down. Was going down, di ba? It's really going down. And yet, in the survey for the senators, that didn't factor in. But the actual elections factored in the disapproval of the Marcoses, of President Marcos. And that showed. That's why
Referendum
you got
talaga.
number one, Bongo is not with him. You've got Bamakino is not with him. So it's, and the turnout was huge. At last count,
80 na ba?
total
80%?
election returns process around 97.37. The voter turnout is already at 80 point something percent.
The highest for a midterm.
It's the highest so far because by and large midterms have lower turnout
Right.
and they're in their 70s. But this one really went up 80.89. Plus you've got the total voting population is around 69 million.
Yeah. Oo.
So-
So people felt the need to go out and vote.
Yes.
And these people, many of them young, no? Millennials and Gen Z.
Well, Bam credited his victory to the youth, but there are other reasons, justifications for that. Tama si Senator Gordon during our off na talagang or right now na may mishmash talaga ng election eh. As far as I know, the administration was looking at an 8 to 10 panalo.
Yeah.
Eh lumabas 5-5 and then 2 sila Bam and Kiko. So but looking from an administration point of view, the last time where the administration lost in a midterm election was kay GMA.
Yeah, 2007,
And this is
di ba?
now we're going
Yung
back
dalawa
to
lang, dalawa lang ang...
We're going back to the 2007
Right.
scenario where there was a massacre to a large degree because everybody says naman during even our time, pag midterm elections yan, talagang mananalo, ang presumption is mananalo ang administrasyon eh.
Right.
That's why this is a huge disappointment for President Marcos and his administration. It's also a referendum. Which will now factor in Senator Gordon to the
Yeah.
impeachment.
Oo.
Meron na siyang 5 senador. Kailangan mo lang siyam na to vote
Oo.
against
Pero
the
Edwin,
impeachment.
we didn't see this coming ba? Or we did? We knew it was
No,
going to happen
the
because...
Survey, yung survey kasi eh.
Yung survey lang. But
Baka
we
mas
knew it was going to
matalino
happen.
si Senator
Oo.
Gordon. Alam na niya na hindi yun. Pero pag survey ang babasihan mo, if you're gonna base it on the surveys talaga, it
Yeah.
seemed that administration was leading.
Oh, but if you're going to read the situation, di ba? So, Digong is sent to The Hague. Yung mga
Oh.
ganon, di ba?
Look, the March survey happened after the
The arrest.
arrest. It was there are two things that factored in. And after the arrest happened, the survey came out. You know, the drop of Marcos was around 17 points. Negative 17. And he went below majority.
Yeah.
Plus, what I think exacerbated that fall was the messaging of the administration was bad. Look,
yeah.
si Sara was appealing to the emotions. Inapi yung tatay ko, was appealing to emotions. She was asking for empathy. Ang sagot nung spokesperson niya, kami abogado, legality. So, pero ang taong bayan, ang Pilipino kasi,
Paano dapat yung messaging nila? In one sentence.
Hindi,
How
ako,
should they-
I will-
how would you have said it? How
knowing,
would you
so umpisa pa lang, if I was a spokesperson, so
Mm.
umpisa pa lang, teka muna, talo tayo sa laban na ito. Let's pivot na. I don't control the narrative.
Okay.
Because si Sara was going around very
Yeah.
very
So
aggressive.
you would have
and
just
saying-
kept quiet.
I would
If
pivot.
Malacanang had kept quiet,
Kept quiet,
wala.
change the
narrative.
change the news cycle,
Yeah.
change the narrative, move to others.
Okay.
Don't stick to that kasi top of mind parati si
Yeah, okay.
Duterte.
Oh, so what we're saying here is, syempre, people might be wondering, hey, we're talking about elections, bakit nang pinag-uusapan natin yung arrest? Kasi nag-impact talaga,
Nag-impact na
right?
siya.
Okay. Okay. Mikey naman, syempre as a PR guy, public relations for your firm. How do you see things? No, why did this happen? What happened? Why? No, and we didn't see this coming. Ganun ba yon?
For me, one, we always don't, in a PR perspective, in politics, kasi hindi naman ako kasing in-depth yung alam kay Sir Edwin and Senator Dick.
Pero in-depth ang alam mo sa PR.
Sa PR. Pero,
Humility does not suit you.
we always look for change. Always. So, kung titingnan nyo rin yung history ng ating politics, I'm not surprised kasi like now, nagising yung millennials and the Gen Z. Kasi it rose up to, I think, 63% yung, if I'm correct lang with the numbers, yung voter turnout ng millennials and Gen Z. Parang, you woke up something. And it's their time to shine rin because of social media. From print, radio, TV, nasa social media era na tayo eh. So, in a PR perspective, parang yung change mas mabilis na lalo. So, hindi rin maka-keep up lahat because of social media. Parang ano na ba yung trend ngayon? Ano na ba yung gusto ng tao? Ano na ba yung iniisip nila? Ano na ba yung mob? Ano na ba yung gusto ng mob? Parang ganun eh. So, in my perspective, medyo hindi naman ako nagulat. I think medyo mahirap na rin to only my opinion, na mahirap na rin maniwala sa service because it's not real time already.
Yeah.
Unlike social media, sabi ko nga, when you read the comments then, nag-change na even the tone ng mga tao. Kasi ako personally, I read comments para makita ko lang, ganito pa rin ba sila? Duterte time. Kasi nung Duterte time, kahit ano sabihin mo, kunwari, Dicente. Dicente was, pag sasabihin, Dicente na naman yan. Parang, di ba, ang layo, parang kunwari, Dicente, paano naging hindi Dicente ang Dicente? Ganon kahit ano na lang sasabihin. Ngayon, when you say Dicente, tapos may nang troll, marami nang nagsasabi na, ano ka ba? Mali ang pag-iisip mo, hindi yan ganyan, nag-explain. So,
nag-engage na.
Nag-engage na, naiiba na rin yung environment of social media. And we're in the middle of it pa lang. Ewan ko nga kung middle or starting pa lang to use the full potential of social media. So ngayon, it affects also, for me, the political landscape na most of them are using TikToks, the podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Discord for millennials and Gen Zs. Yung millennials na mas
alam ko rin yung Discord. I'm just not there yet.
But they're using it now. Ang dami na nilang nagagamit. And yun, for me, it's really... I'm not surprised, pero I'm amazed.
And siguro at a certain point, yung mga bata, mga Gen Z and millennials, they felt na palagi na lang kami yung sinisisi nyo. O sige
kami naman.
Boboto kami. Ayan na.
Pero yung TikTok, di ba? Yung TikTok sa mga sayaw-sayaw, hindi na nanalo yung mga kandidato sumasayaw, di ba?
Si Ipe. Teka, I know we wanted to go to Baus, but let's go first to Sofia. We're doing this by age, ha? Kasi si Baus ang pinakabata. So, Sofia muna, as a metaphysics feng shui consultant, no? Parang, so what happened? Why?
Yes, when we look at the election, we look at the elements, no? And then we entered last year into a fire period, which is going to last for the next 24 years. And when we look at fire, it's all about fast-paced, transparency, and at the same time, information, technology, and social media.
Information overload.
Yes, sorry. I wouldn't be surprised na katulong ang ChatGPT, ang social media, no, mag-change ng perspective ng mga tao sa pagboto. And it's true, I agree with Senator, no, mas nagiging smart, mas critical thinkers na mga tao ngayon. I wouldn't even be surprised na yung mga tao would engage sa vote buying, pero they vote who they vote for during the day off. Parang ganon. Mas nakikita nila that people, they want to see transparency in terms of credibility. Can you really do the job? I'm hiring you to do the job. So can you do that? So mas nagkakaroon ng critical thinking. And that's what fire energy. So in a sense, I'm not surprised.
Oh, but
what happened?
Yeah, that's very very reassuring.
Yes.
To hear.
Siguro just to add more, no. Since we're done with the age of water, there's going to be a lot of breaking down of dynasties.
Oh,
or mga,
okay.
Yes, kaya nakakakita tayo ng mga independent.
May good news yun.
Yes. Like Heidi Mendoza, if you can see her ranking, ang taas
she
as
did so
compared.
well.
So well.
Heidi did so well compared to better than Willie Revillame.
Exactly.
Nagrereklamo nga, di ba?
Exactly.
Ngayon, Philip Salvador, Bong Revilla.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
That's
a surprise.
shocking.
Even
It's a very
Tolentino, di ba?
Yeah, even Francis Tolentino. And
Yes.
then Manny Pacquiao didn't
Exactly.
make it, di ba?
She was so close to
Yeah, oo.
So are you saying,
more
from here
independent.
on,
Yes. Underdogs.
lesser political
Yes.
dynasties?
They want to see
Tuwa si Edwin.
they want to see your capability,
Walang dynasty
your ability to do
Ako
the
may
job.
dynasty.
Wala siyang dynasty. Meron.
Ayoko pinipigilan ko.
Yeah. So doon.
Sorry, Sophia, yes?
Yeah, so makikita talaga nila if you are capable to do the job.
Yeah,
Yung critical
okay.
thinking skills mo pasok na talaga because people
Okay.
are smarter. Information is fast and quick.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it gives
So
you
in other words, hindi na natin maloko
hindi na.
yung mga,
Not
lalo
this
na
time.
yung mga bata.
Yes,
diba? Na
yes.
parang, akala mo, sasayaw ka lang dyan, pwede na.
Yes,
Hindi.
yes.
Diba? Kulang.
Sino
Even
mo?
Wala, ewan ko lang.
Even yung mga tactics ng vote buying will actually end. No? Kasi they'll spend money, pero
Yeah.
walang mapupunta.
Pero walang- oo.
Oo, they're smart.
No ROI.
No ROI.
Yeah, because
Tatanggapin
hindi
nila,
naman
but they
binoto yung...
Wait, ano ba,
Oo.
di ba remember there's a proof of proof
No,
of
yung
you
resibo,
vote.
no.
Ano nang resibo ngayon?
No, the resibo, you can only read it, and that's what I did. I read it at exacto, and then you put it in the
No, but
receptacle.
what is
You cannot,
if I'm giving you
Oh.
money, what is my ebidensya? Anong
Wala,
resibo
because
ko?
they cannot take pictures of their receipt.
No more.
Yung BI, katabing-katabi mo,
So
hindi
all
mo
the more you can,
mapicturean.
there's no more,
Oo,
there's no
no proof.
requirement anymore
Diba,
from
you can
the-
always, pwede mong tanggapin yung pera, hindi mo rin
parang sinabi ni
iboboto,
Cardinal
diba?
Sin.
Anong sabi ni Cardinal Sin noon? Tanggapin yung...
Tanggapin yung pera, iboto mo konsyensya mo.
Yes. There.
Okay, okay.
Nangyayari.
Pero yung ganun yung
Tagal
yung
na
trend
sinasabi
na...
yan, ganun pa
Exactly,
rin.
pero ito nga, sabi nga nila, na sabi niya na wala na masyadong, may yung vote buying, hindi na as effective. That's,
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
effective
oo.
ang vote buying.
Yes.
ha?
Effective.
Effective pa rin.
If you go around the country, yung nagbarilan doon sa Silay, vote buying yun. Yung nagbarilan sa Mindanao, vote buying yun.
Okay.
And if you go around the country, kung meron ng drone, puntahan nyo yung mga bahay ng mga tumatakbo na may pera, nakapila lahat ng tao doon 3 days before the election. Ang tago nila, mga watcher namin yan. So they will appoint 7, 8
Correct,
watchers.
correct.
May
Okay.
vote buying.
Meron
Yeah.
talaga.
Let's not be overly
Naive about-
tama ka.
okay.
Natututo.
Yeah.
Pero I've
It's
got
not
to
yet
say
there.
this also. I'm sorry. I don't want to take your time. We really have to yung moral responsibility ng tao.
Yes.
Hindi may tuturo sa eskwela yun. Kailangan na nangyatulog siya sa bahay,
Yeah.
sa pamamahay. Yung talagang right and wrong.
Yes.
Kailangan
yes.
papanindigan mo yan. Wala eh. Wala yun eh.
Yeah.
Kung minsan yung hataw na makakakuha tayong trabaho dyan, vote buying na yan.
Oo.
Minsan tayong pera yan, may maiuwi tayo kahit paano, vote buying na yan. Yun ang dapat mawala. Yun dapat talaga manindigan.
So Sophia, hindi pa rin daw mawawala.
Wala. Siguro mag-slow down. Mag-slow down. Oo.
Mag-slow down. Okay.
May vote buying. The point is that you vote your conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think awareness
diba?
pa rin at the end of
But
the day.
gano'n pa rin eh. Tatakot pa rin sila. Kaya ako,
Correct.
I went to the Supreme Court and I won the case. Ha? You have to show the voter verified paper trail. Ang hindi ginawa ng Supreme Court, hindi sinabi, we must bring it home. You can bring it home. Sabi,
Okay, but the rule
iwanan.
now, the rule is to put it in the receptacle of the ballot box.
I authored that law.
Okay,
I wanted the verified voter paper trail. Para
VVPAT.
kung nandayaan, magsama-sama tayo, papakita natin, binota natin. Ang argument against that, meron raw katibayan. Dahil vote
Okay.
buying.
Yeah.
Alright?
Okay.
Pero ngayon, wala kang katibayan ng vote buying. Lalagyan mo lang ng kolatilya na sabi mo, if you are in possession of a
Right.
voter verified paper trail, that means prima facie, namili ka ng boto.
Pero kasi
Yeah, okay.
the only resibo right now is, let's say let's say itong barangay na to, may 10 kayo, nagbigay ako ng 10. Nagbigay ko ng pera sa 10 tao. So alam ko, 10 ang binigay ko, expect ko 10 ang ano. The only audit niyan, pag lumabas sa boto, ba't hindi 10 boto nyo?
Yeah. Oh,
That's the only audit
yeah, you
right
can
now.
check kasi sa the ERs kasi will show.
And
will
but
reflect,
that's
diba?
better
Oo.
than tama si Senator
Yeah.
Dick na walang ebidensya kang may bibigay kasi
Yeah.
doon talaga
Yeah.
huli. But right now, audit na lang yan.
Oo.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, sorry. Balik muna tayo kay Sophia because Baus is also waiting.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it actually. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Eto na. Dito na tayo tayo sa millennial. Sige.
So, just to use a trending sound right now on TikTok, like, what happened, di ba? Like,
Yeah.
ano nga ba nangyari?
Please explain the what happened. Ako alam ko.
Yeah. So
Explain
basically,
to our
it's
advocates.
a sound. It's a clip from Showtime like 3-4 years ago.
2013.
Yeah, or maybe no more pa pala. Sorry, 2013 it resurfaced, and now we feel like the line "What happened" kind of like perfectly sums up what everybody is feeling: the surprise, the disappointment, the awe.
Teka, explain mo
that
muna. Yung
everyone
sa
is-
Showtime, there was that skit, di ba?
Yes, it was a Kaloka-like contest.
Yeah. Oo.
Somebody came in as a Kaloka-like of Taylor Lautner / Jacob from Twilight. He did a monologue of a line from Twilight. The enunciation might not have been the exact thing that we saw on film, so everybody found it funny, and now it's a trending sound. So
Okay.
that is the...
But this came out again, nag-viral siya before the elections.
Before
di
the
ba?
elections.
Oo.
But because
But-
I think of recency, this was the most recent sound that trended on TikTok.
Yeah.
The line "What happened" kind of we all latched onto it because
Right.
it kind of explains what everybody is feeling right now. And I think for my generation, and this might just be an anecdote because I really am only speaking from what my peers say and what I have experienced, but the biggest headline really is like the Kiko Bam surprise win.
Right.
Diba? And I think what that means, because the Kiko Bam partnership is basically tied to the Camping, is that whatever pain the Campings felt back in 2022, parang they did not forget about it. Parang sabi nga, they made sure that the pain that they felt noong 2022 kind of moved forward or transformed into...
So parang revenge vote to?
I don't want to say revenge vote, but ang ganda nung sinabi na term ni Senator Dick Gordon kanina na the moral responsibility, I think lalo lang siyang mas naging urgent for everyone.
Oo. And people were really voting wisely. ganon.
Yes. And ang ganda rin nung na-mention kanina na parang lagi nilang sinasabi na yung Gen Z parang show up, or now we showed up and
Yeah.
look how we delivered. So I think right now, it's this really, really unexpected wave of hope that we feel like we can all ride, hopefully, into 2028.
Hope or the Gen Zs, millennials saying na this is our time.
Yes.
Diba?
Yung sinasabi na Kiko Bam and all that surprise thing. Actually, the vote of the Pinklawan in the presidential elections was, kay Lenny vote was 15 million.
Right.
Which is exactly what Kiko got. So yung minimum base ng Pinklawan, of course,
So,
hindi 100%.
it's
siya, but
intact pa.
They voted out talaga. They really
Okay.
voted, and they really went to the ballot box and really just voted for Kiko and Bam.
Yeah.
The other thing there is also, of course, you don't expect 100% will vote for that, no? Ang fill-up rate was only 8 names. So may bakanteng 4. And umalis sa administrasyon ni Alianza si Camille at saka si Aimee. So nagkaroon ng bakanteng 2. So for command votes, pwede mong kausapin eh. Boss, baka pwedeng isingit yung pangalan. You know why very acceptable si Bam at saka si Kiko?
Because
Kasi may dalawa kang baluarte na nag-aaway, si Marcos at saka si Duterte.
parang
Remember,
canceling them out. Ganon.
si Bam at saka si Kiko, hindi bumanat in either camp. May sarili silang mga advocacy nila, edukasyon, agriculture.
Yeah,
In fact,
that's
si Bam
interesting.
binanatan si Bam nung hindi siya nag-comment on the impeachment. So he really steered away from politics. So that's why, if you're a Marcos vote, if you're a Duterte voter,
You could possibly
Maghanap
vote for
ako
him
ng-
kasi hindi niya binanatan si
by
Sara
the
or
way,
si
in
Digong.
Ilocos
diba?
Norte, number 6
Yes.
si Bam. Ilocos Sur number 6 din si Bam. So, mga nakakasingit. And because nga, hindi sila nag-away, acceptable na ito. And tingin naman talaga nila sa the Pink Clown crowd, it's a reduced force na yan eh. Diba? Ang talagang nag-aaway ngayon is the Marcos and the Duterte camps. So,
Right.
kaya nakalusot. And the 5 million and right now, the difference between Kiko and Bam is 5 million.
5M, right.
20M na kasi si Bam ngayon eh.
Yeah,
That can
yeah.
be attributed to a number of things, to the INC, to the command votes. Ang daming pwedeng
Yeah.
i-attribute.
And maybe also because he went pink instead of yellow. But teka, hindi pa tapos.
No, I know.
What
I
happened?
think you brought up a great point that I think the fact that Kiko and Bam chose to, not be involved in the drama, to use a millennial or term, I think resonated with the youth. Na parang they were just there to just really make it about the job, because I think the noise of the Duterte Duterte versus the Marcos that we've been getting the past years, that can be distracting and that can also be in a way be something frustrating and maybe paralyzing.
But,
So
but
I
were you
think
distracted?
no, but I think then because that's what you see on TikTok, like them nagsasagutan, nagmumurahan. So
Yeah.
I think maybe the youth just really wanted, wait lang, let us go back to like why we really need to vote. And baka lang that Kiko and Bam was like really a breath of fresh air to the youth.
Or maybe that could have been also a campaign strategy kasi na-bring up na nga ni Edwin, di ba? Yung hindi bumabanat si Kiko at si Bam sa mga Marcos and sa mga Duterte. Di ba? You do that so that you don't alienate their voter base and then you win.
They actually, based on Baus rin kasi kanina about TikTok rin,
Yeah.
I noticed lang rin yung kay Kiko, yung, kung nakita niyo yung meme niya, yung dagat. Tapos, lolokohin siya ng iba. So, for me lang kasi, dahil nga, like what Senator said rin, medyo intelligent na rin yung tao ngayon. Nakita nila na it's a smear campaign kasi there was nothing wrong. Wala lang parang they wanted, sorry for a lack of a better term, they wanted to show na Kiko was dumb. Parang ganun yung meme na parang,
So,
dagat yan. Nag-backfire.
Backfire.
So, yun ang medyo...
O Gen Z's, millennials,
Yeah.
take a bow.
Yeah. Hello everyone! Ako po si Baus Rufo, ang host ng podcast na Kaya Pa Ba? Ang pinakabagong talk show kung saan tinatanong namin kung kaya pa nga ba talaga. No, it's an interview show featuring my favorite content creators, celebrities, or just my favorite taga-benta ng turon. Who knows? Go listen to it now on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
You know, Edwin brought up something and I forgot to ask earlier kasi yung fill-up rate. No? So for example, ako, I voted for 7. I'm not going to ask you who you voted for unless you want to share. All I'm asking for is how many you voted for. So I voted for 7 out of 12 senators. Edwin?
I voted for 3.
3.
7 also.
7.
I voted for 12.
Yeah.
I voted for 12.
12. Sandik?
I voted for 3.
For 3. Okay. And then I notice how everybody stops at the number and then you don't want to
No more
explain.
information.
Unless you want to explain.
Our vote is sacred. Why should I tell you?
Yeah. Mine too. I won't tell you either. Okay. But it's interesting lang kasi that's another, ever since we would cover elections kasi, tinitingnan namin talaga yung fill-up rate. You know, how many, and lalo na nung manual elections, ang hirap talaga magbuo ng
I'm kind of
12,
lost.
ganun.
What are we
Yeah.
trying to find out here?
Ha?
Baus was asking,
Yeah.
what's the explanation for the surprise
The 2?
number?
Yeah,
of-
yes.
I said I was not surprised, di ba?
Yeah. Oo.
Why? Because the bottom line,
Oo.
if you're a hard-nosed politician, and I'm not, I'm an idealist really, is it was a game of numbers palagi.
Yeah. Yes.
Yung Luzon was the biggest voting bloc. Kiko has Metro Manila, has Pampanga, Central Luzon, and Southern Luzon, Cavite. He has a farm
They
there.
also have Western Visayas.
Ah?
Iloilo.
Yeah.
Western
Yes.
Visayas, oh, yeah. Yung sila Frank Drilon, dadalhin siya dyan, no? Si Bam, Central Luzon, Pampanga, Zambales, panalo siya dyan, number 1 lahat dyan. Sa Southern Luzon, panalo siya dyan.
Did well in Ilocos
Papasok,
pa.
tatama rin sinasabi, papasok sa dyan. But you see, hindi naman sila kailangan mga atake.
Yes.
Stay the course lang.
Correct.
And they have that, no?
Oo.
Walang strategy yun eh. Sa Mindanao, sila Duterte, hindi ko naniniwala ang command votes. Ang command votes sila, yung mga governor. O, boto mo yan, ha? Ako naglagay sa inyo dyan. Ha? Itong sample ballot, yun ang talagang traditional. Boto niya yan. Eh. Hindi nag-work na yun sa Luzon, Visayas. Sa Luzon. To a
So
certain
kung hindi
extent.
command vote yon, what was it? Yung
And then,
Mindanao,
I'm going there.
Yeah, okay.
The biggest command vote yung kay Duterte dun sa mga provincial governor niya pinadaan. Yung manner na pinadaan niya. But on the other hand, sino ang biggest winner dito? Naka-score ang Iglesia. Marami sila na ipasok. Why sila? 8 lang ang pinili nila. Ah?
Pero Senator Dick, ang ano naman yan, ang iglesia naman talaga, sa huli na magde-decide. So alam na nila kung sino mga...
Sino mananalo?
Yeah,
Yan.
they endorse
Pero
very...
si Marcoleta was really although by the way, kahit na if you look at the survey, ang conversion rate ito yung awareness rating niya, no? Tapos ito yung rank niya. his conversion rate at that point, even while he was down, was at 40%. Ibig sabihin,
Let
malakas
me tell you
siya.
about Marcoleta.
Yeah, why Marcoleta? How
was
did he
the
get it?
crown prince.
Yes, correct. And then the
what?
iglesia,
Kampanya yan.
Yes.
Sinabihan na lahat ang local governments, pag hindi nyo bobotohin si Marcoleta, hindi namin kayo dadalhin. Ginawa nila kay Jambi yan. And to a certain extent, once in a while, ginagawa nila talaga yan. Kakampanya lang yung gusto nila. And that's why Marcoleta had the leg up. Because he had the Duterte votes in Mindanao and Visayas, and he had the biggest black vote. That's why he's 6. Aabot siya doon sa 6. Pero sila Bongo at saka sila natural na Duterte talaga eh.
Yeah.
At tapos may PNP command votes ang PNP sama-sama yan eh. Sila Ping Lacson, they will always be there. Hindi lang nag-work masyado ata ngayon kay Gringo, no? Pero palaging merong ikaw, you were married to a policeman, di ba? Dati, or,
PNP.
ayan. Sama-sama yan. Because kabaro. No? And then they have also their ethnic backgrounds, no? That will help them, mga positions. Ang gusto ko sana sabihin dito, tama, I'm not so sold na marunong na tayong bumoto. Because ang gusto ko, dapat, elections are, I want you to vote for me because this is what I stand for. Not what I'm going to give you.
Yeah. Okay.
Vote for me because itong paninindigan ko, makakabuti sa inyo yan. Haharap ka dito sa ganito. Tatanungin kami, paano mo gagawin yan? Ako, para sa mahirap. O mahirap pa rin tayo, di ba?
Sino yun? Sino yung ako para sa
Ha?
Parang naalala ko.
Yan ang sabi ko yan. Because madaling maging
Yeah.
demagogue.
Right.
Ha?
Oo. Slogan.
Alam ng Pilipino kung anong ayaw nila. Ayaw ko yung mga droga dyan. Naghaharang doon sa anak ko. Sabi ni Duterte, papatayin ko lahat yan. Kagat ang tao.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Okay.
Hindi naman sila papayamanin ko. In a sense, si Trump gano'n ngayon sa Amerika. America is going to have its century. America is everybody's going to get rich. Yung mga pangako niya, kumakagat pa rin even in America. So talagang yung panunuri na kalidad ang kailangan. And kailangan meron kang fundasyon na sa pamilya mo, marunong kang mag-say no, marunong kang magkilatis, at alam mo kung anong ikabubuti talaga ng bayan mo.
Yeah.
I don't know kung meron na tayo. I'd like to believe meron. I don't, pag tinitingnan ko yung survey ng educational capability, hindi ako naniniwala una sa service eh. Because marami rin ako mga bata nakikita magagaling. Pero karamihan, kung hindi talaga nakukuha yung reading, writing, arithmetic, and analysis, talo tayo. Talo tayo.
Okay. Senator Dick, tell us now, and then I'm going to ask each one of you, what are the election results telling the administration, the yellow and the pink forces, the Liberal Party, the Akbayan, etc., and by the way, of course, Akbayan number 1 sa party list, and the Duterte camp. What is it? Ano dapat ang takeaway nila ngayon, and what should they do moving forward?
Ako, una kay Marcos, but you need stronger, firmer leadership and the perception that you're fair. Why should Filipinos complain? Itong taong ito, hindi natin pinrosecute dito. So, ang ginawa nila, dinala sa ibang bansa. Galit na galit ako dyan. How can you say we have justice here? Pinapatay nga si Dayang sa Aklan, hindi pa mahuli ngayon. Pinapatay yung Chinese guy, hindi pa nagkakagulo pa sila.
Hanson Ke.
At napakabagal lang katarungan. So sa akin, you have to be strong. Pag sinabi ng Presidente, huliin niyo yan, at bilisan niyo ang prosecution, dapat lalabasan. Mabagal. Kaya ngayon, sumasayaw ngayon si Sara na inapi kami. Paano kayo inapi? Ang laki ng confidential fund mo. Ba't hindi nilabas sila Marcos yan? Natatakot sila sa balikwas. No, inaapi niyo talaga kami. No, dapat you stand your ground and say, this is right and wrong. Hindi mo may paliwanag, ayaw mong humarap, at nananakot ka pa, sagutin mo yan. Stay on message. That's why si Bam nanalo. Ang message niya, ako ang naglabas ng pre-education act, trabaho. Si Bongo nakaloko because yung ginawa niyang malasakit, hindi naman si Bongo yun eh. That's just a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Takot lang yung mga congressman, sila congresswoman ng Quezon, takot siya magsabi na ako rin co-author dyan, marami kaming co-author. Pagka may ganyan, lahat kami co-author eh. Pero walang makakibod. Dahil sinabi ni Duterte, gawin mo yan, walang aangal
Okay,
dyan.
so that's what President Marcos should do, na stay on message and be firm. Okay?
Be strong.
Be strong.
Say,
Okay,
We
so-
will give justice here, but we will be fair. Ulit-ulitin nga, we will be fair. In fact, kung ako siya, hulihin ko na yung mga alipores dyan na narinig nyo doon sa mga investigasyon. Siya ang nagbabayad. Siya ang tumatawag. Ba't walang ginagawa? You know, you
Okay.
have to make fear your friend. You have to make the future your friend. Ano sinasabi ko sa mga tao
Yeah.
ko.
Okay.
And for that, kailangan manindigan ka. Si Duterte, hindi ka nanalo ngayong eleksyon na ito. Bumaba ka. At tingin ko, hindi mo na ipanalo eh. Hindi ka naman nanalo katulad nung kay Gloria na dalawa lang ang naipanalo ni Gloria eh. And
Yeah.
nanalo lang siya sa mga dating tinulungan niya. In fact, sa Bohol natalo yung
Right,
kanyang
tama.
kandidato. Sa Cebu, si Gwen Garcia identified sa kanya, biglang nanalo itong inappoint niya rin.
So what should Sarah do now? What should Sarah do now?
Well, Sarah should prepare for her case. Kung seryoso, if the case is going to be prosecuted here, I wouldn't want
Case,
what-
you're referring to the impeachment trial.
impeachment and
Okay,
cases
and yung kaso niya
on
doon
the
sa
confidential
confidential.
fund, on other things. Maraming kaso eh.
Okay.
Si Bongo, gano'n rin. Si
Bato.
Bato. Kung gising kayo mga bata, dapat hindi kami papayag yan. Aba, limpak-limpak na sa labi. Kung kanino pinapangalan, kung lang yung pangalan kay Bao. O, di ba? O, di ba?
Sana may pangalan sa akin. Actually, game
Boss,
ako.
what
Sana
happened?
nakuha mo.
What happened to the
What
125?
happened?
So, di ba?
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
there's got to be strong backbone on the part of the leader
Yeah.
and the people.
Okay. So you're
Duterte
saying...
is damaged goods.
Yeah,
He's
so
not gonna come back. And even if he comes back, damaged goods yan.
Wow, okay. And so you're saying yung Sendik, yung Gen Z and millennials, sila ang dapat mag-demand ng accountability.
It's their time.
So,
Sabi nga, I've used that time so many times.
Parang ganon.
I am
Wait,
you.
oh.
I am a youth. I am he who dreams, but I am he who will make your dreams come true. Acta non verba.
Youth leader yan. Kaya alam niya.
Yes, yes.
So,
oo.
ang sinasabi ko ngayon, bakit nanalo ngayon si Kwan? Naglalaban ang Dilaw at Pink, kalaban ng Duterte, naka-fast break ngayon. Tama yung sinasabi niyo. Huwag tayo
Fast
makialam dyan. Hindi natin kailangan makialam dyan. So, alam ko mananalo sila eh.
Yeah.
Ha?
Okay.
May,
so what,
may choice eh.
Yeah.
Ito yung choice namin. Ha?
okay. So what should the pinks and the yellows do now?
They
Prepare
should
for 2020.
gather their strength. Sabi nga ni Patrick Henry, shall we gather his strength by our our complacency? Kailangan talaga palakasin mo. Prove that it can happen. And they must do so in their advocacy in the Senate. Sa Senate, matatakot ka dyan, hindi ka iboboto. Matatakot ka matalo. You should not be afraid of that. The Senate is the forum of the people. Dapat marinig ng tao, hindi lang yung gusto lang marinig, ngunit yung dapat gawin ng bayan.
Parang Senator Dick Gordon, I can see him in the Senate again.
No,
eh.
no. I did
Yeah.
that. I did that
Okay.
in the Senate.
Yeah.
And some people, pag ako, tinitira ako dyan. Sabi ko, hindi. I will vote for whatever I think. Sinabi na nga eh. Sino ba nagpa-uwi doon sa Tiga Iloilo? Yung Rotary Club President. Pinilit ko makauwi. Sino ba nakakulong doon kay Albayalde? Hindi ako nagyayabang. Nagawa yan because pinipilit natin. Na ginawa niyong mali, habulin natin. Pero sa tao, kung matakot ka, baka patayin ka dyan. Matakot
yeah.
ka, baka tayong habulin. Tama na, tapos na yan. Panahon na yan, panahon ng Kastila pa yan, panahon ng Amerikano, panahon ng Hapon, ganyan tayo. Hanggang ngayon,
Hanggang
ganyan
ngayon,
pa tayo.
takot pa ba tayo? Parang
And if you
ganon.
do not change that,
Right.
this is just a Pyrrhic victory so far.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think for a fact we know that yung mga Gen Z at millennial walang takot yung mga yan, di ba?
hindi.
Baus,
Tinutulak ko
okay,
lang sila.
you will answer the question. So what is this telling the administration? What should they do? The Duterte camp, Sara Duterte specifically, although Sendik has already said that she's damaged goods, and the yellows and the pink.
I think because the headlines nga that I get to see right now is really more on the surprise victory. I use air quotes for the yellow and the pink. I think nakaka-invigorate siya because, we still have a say in this. So I think I think that is the message. So I'm not sure if the way forward is to continue to not be part of the duel between the Marcoses and the Dutertes, but
Not be part of the duel or ally with either or go your
I
your own
am
way.
only a TikTok content creator.
Ano only?
So I don't.
Only ka lang.
I don't think I know how to answer that question.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
No,
But
this is a question maybe. Knowing the results of this election,
Yeah.
what do you expect from the Marcos government? What do you expect from the Pinklawans? What do you expect from Duterte?
Singit
I-
ako sandali, bago sa ulo. The biggest loser is don't expect the surveys to vote for you. But to make your decision.
Yeah.
Do not be mind managed.
Ako, I don't follow the surveys. I vote for whom I want to vote for.
No,
Mouse,
but I think
continue.
what I should say is that everybody really needs to the Gen Zs and the millennials more, because if the turnout is so high, they obviously
was.
will have a bigger say
Oo.
come 2028. So I think the more policy senators need to listen to really what they want and what they need from the country,
Yeah.
from the
Well,
government.
confirmed ng PPCRB and NAMFREL na Gen Z and millennial vote talaga yan.
Mm-hmm.
Sabi nila yon. Okay, so and what else do you want to see the Duterte the Marcos administration do?
I think the whole making voters more informed, making them exercise more critical thinking in the next elections. Tama nga na parang kung hindi marunong magbasa, magsulat or arithmetic, how do we make sure that we continue to progress as a nation if sa education system pa lang is kulang-kulang na yung pag-develop ng generations of tomorrow. So I think definitely that. Just making sure na future-proof, the momentum continues, and that hopefully this is the Philippines that everybody hopes to be, na less yung mahirap
A
and then lahat
sincerely changed country.
Yes, I love the sincerely changed country. I think is a great way to articulate it.
Okay, I want to listen to Sofia naman.
Okay. I think this speaks for everyone, and siguro in the manner of making decision for the administration, everybody else, it all boils down to transparency and what the people can see if your core is about the common. Okay, and if you cannot show transparency and authenticity to what your purpose is, people will find out. It will always come out. We're at an age wherein there's so much internet sleuth that they will research until they're done. Okay? So that's what I guess I want to leave behind to any candidate. If you plan to run, make sure that the core is for the people. And people will support you wherever you go, whatever position, as long as you have that.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go to Mikey. Mikey muna, and then si Edwin.
I'm also an idealistic person, but in PR you need to be realistic. So ideally, I agree talaga ever since na it's education. Education kasi unless we're all educated, we cannot have an educated vote. So pagdating sa PR, kung meron man ako sasabihin doon sa mga sa naglalaban-laban ngayon, we're still a telenovela country. So parang we need drama. Kung mapapansin mo yung telenovela, it's marami kang fans sa telenovela mo. So it exactly what happened rin. Bakit meron pa rin yung latak ni Duterte? Kasi may natira pa rin na etong telenovela na to, gustong-gusto ko to, fan ako nito. May mga umalis na, nanood na ng iba, pero may natira pa rin na fans ng telenovela. But yung nangyari rin sa Pinklawan na parang nandyan si Bam, nandyan si Kiko. Kasi it's a different story. Telenovela country nga bago. So yung luma, pag rerun na parang, hindi, may bago na akong papanoorin. Akala natin dati, ano ba yun? Batang Quiapo ba yun? Yung parang hindi matatapos.
Sila ang nanalo, ha?
So parang hindi
Because of that
matatapos.
telenovela.
Yes.
Everywhere, all the way to Mindanao.
Yeah, so in a PR perspective, parang andun pa rin yung tao. They need drama. Dahil nga, yung education nila is like, parang ito pa rin yung gusto kong mangyari. Parang ganyan yung buhay ko eh. Ito yung nangyayari sa akin. So, lagi nilang tinatamaan yung kurot sa puso than yung long term sana na kurot sa utak dapat. Kasi kurot sa
Kurot sa
puso
utak.
is,
Okay.
di ba? Kurot
Yeah.
sa puso is,
Yeah.
parang, oo, masaya lang ako ngayon. Pero pagka nagising ka na bukas, uy, masaya ako kagabi. Pero wala na pala akong pera. Ubus na pala yung pera ko.
trabaho.
Hindi na ako makakakain.
Wala na akong future.
Wala na yung asawa ko. Wala. Kumbaga, masaya ka lang, kumurot siya sa puso mo. But we always have to think long term. Kung isipin nyo nga, sa Philippines, it's 6 years. Unlike in the US, it's 4 years. So, every time, each election ng president natin is long term na. Medyo. Kasi 6 years, ang haba eh.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yun. So, for me, yung kung meron man ako, kung gusto man nila, is ganun. Ideally, go for education. Ideally. But realistically, kurutin mo sa puso yung tao,
Yeah,
then
okay.
you'll win.
Oo. So what should the yellow and pink forces do?
They should know yung trend ngayon, which is a bit double-edged. Easy but not. Easy because of social media. Makita mo agad yung trend sa lahat ng social media platforms. But, nag-change siya ng mabilis na ngayon. So, unless you're there, you're looking at it, may nakatutok, tapos interested ka, like me, hindi kasi rin pilit sa akin na napaganda lang na I'm a PR person, but I enjoy social media. I enjoy TikTok, I enjoy Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I enjoy it And I'm also a gamer. So, nakikita ko siya. Ang bilis talaga ngayon. Sobrang bilis. And hindi rin ako tinatamad to look at comments, to look at yung nakakatawang comments, seryosong comments, and yung feel ng millennials and the older generation. So I look at it lang rin. So if I were them, they should focus on now social media talaga on a PR perspective. Kasi you will see complicated kasi yung politics talaga. I'm not an expert pagdating talaga sa how did you get this vote, how did you get that. But yung magagawa namin as PR, it's an additional tool for you to use because it's there and the people are holding their cell phones, not computers kasi mas murang cellphone. Everybody has a cell phone now. So go to social media. If I were them, go to social media. Hanapin nyo yung kukurot sa puso at utak ng tao.
Okay. O si Secretary Edwin Lacerda naman will tell us
Ano mo yung
what the
ano?
administration should
Hindi,
do.
pero before that,
et cetera.
if you're looking at the number one, the senator lineup, the vote of Bongo was at 26 million. In the last election, the presidential, the number one senator who won was Robin Padilla, also at 26 million. At that point, 26 million of Robin Padilla was a combination of both the Marcos and the Duterte forces because they were
And Iglesia.
and Iglesia. Here in Bongo's case, 26 million, that's purely Duterte. Because he's the acolyte of Duterte. So their force was maintained. The yellow forces also maintained their numbers. Lenny was at 15, Kiko was at 15, Bam was at 20. So you look at Kiko's numbers as the basis of the past vote of Lenny. And that means they also were able to group together and made an effect on the voting. The biggest loser is the forces of Marcos. If you're looking at the number one candidate of Alianza, which was Erwin Tulfo, he was number what? 4 or 5, diba? Or 4.
4.
So,
yeah.
and his drop was practically in the 2022 election. Marcos was majority, the first majority president after a long while.
31 oh.
So he was around something like 50-something%.
yeah.
Bumagsak and if you look at the numbers of Erwin Tulfo, it was half of what Marcos got. So there was really an erosion of the Marcos forces, owing principally to a number of reasons. So you're asking us, anong dapat gawin ni Marcos?
Yeah. The administration, the yellow and pink forces,
Look,
and the Dutertes.
We've always believed, Senator Gordon and I worked for government. The greatest engine for social change is always government. If the government moves as one, ang laking magagawa. One thing that we saw during our time was the 4Ps. Talagang we push for the poorest of the poor, and nakaangat talaga. It broke the intergenerational cycle of poverty. So, and apparently, how people saw it, apart from the fact that this ill-timed arrest of Duterte, I think they should change, number one, their messaging. Kulang talaga. I mean, don't lock horns downwards. Kung huwag ka nang makipag-away sa kalaban mo, lalo na kung hindi ka naman mananalo. Especially, you should recognize kung is that a battlefield I can win? If not, pivot. Move the narrative, change the narrative.
Away, yeah.
The other thing is, you have to be more responsive to the people. Why are people going to isumbong mo kay Tulfo rather than isumbong mo sa gobyerno? Because if government was responsive, I wouldn't go to some guy there na who will solve the people's problem. He does not have the mechanism to solve people's problems. Government
He will
has.
refer it to government
As a
also.
senator alone, a senator alone has all the power to do that. Imagine you're the president. So government has to be more responsive
Yeah.
to the ills of the concerns of the people. On Duterte's side, with Vice President Sara, her immediate concern is really to overcome the impeachment case. That's it.
Well,
If
can
she's-
she now with the numbers?
Exactly. Her probability of being acquitted went up because you already have 5 senators. All you need would be 4 more senators because you need 2/3 to convict. So 9 votes would be enough to be acquitted. So that's what I suppose she's working on. And if you notice, she has been a less aggressive now. She learns also that medyo babaan mo muna, be a little bit more humble. Kasi dati talaga ang tapa niya magsalita. Parang remember when we were in government when sinampal niya yung sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or sinuntok niya yung sheriff. Diba? But my point is, although the Marcoses have not been he's not exactly a lame duck because they still have 5 senators. But they have to be more responsive in addressing the concerns of not the
Strong governance.
strong governance, di ba?
Yeah.
And it's really Duterte, Sara is now concerned about, and tama si Senator Gordon, referring to the father, it's there na. Nandiyan na yan eh. Bahala na muna sumagot ng ICC dyan kasi jurisdiction na nila eh.
Yeah.
Kung maibalik, we'll be happy for the Dutertes. But they'll always use that going to the next 3 years. Appeal to that, but however, government, the objective of Sara is to win. The objective of the government, if you don't want Sara to be a potential strong candidate, you make sure that she gets convicted. So that's it's
okay.
going to be, every president who leaves the country, remember President Aquino said, I want to have a boring administration. Trabaho lang. This is going to be a chaotic 3 years now. Kasi nga, may impeachment.
Kanina nga, di ba, sabi ni Sendik na,
That's
Oo.
where we are, no? So those
Okay.
are the forces.
Yeah.
The yellows naman and the
Yellows
pinks,
and the pinks, what
they
did
will
they
have to
do?
regroup, and this gave them hope, as what Boss was saying.
yeah.
But
And
have to
they
really-
they shouldn't
they shouldn't lose the momentum now.
Yeah.
Because na-realize nila, meron pa pala kaming say. I don't have to be a soft Marcos voter. I can be a
Who are
pink
you
Lawan
referring to?
voter. Di ba? Parang,
Yeah.
No, but because honestly, if you look at it, you saw the 6 years of difficulties and then the present one. So parang mas acceptable. Marami nagsasabi mas acceptable sa amin ang pamamalakad ni Pangulong Marcos dahil wala ng extrajudicial killing. Yung mga ganun ba? And then the scandals nga ng Farmally, which was really,
Wow.
that was huge. So those are the things na kaya ang tingin ng mga Pinklawan, and most of them, parang sinasabi na okay na sa amin si Marcos. Meron pa pala, pwede pa rin tayong lumaban. So again, the situation that happened in the midterms may also be a possibility that even the Pinklawans can have another a candidate.
What are you saying when you say na sinasabi ng Pinklawan na okay naman pala sa atin si Marcos? They should have an alliance of some sort or what?
At some point, as senators, you will have alliances naman talaga. No? This Bam, Kiko, and Risa will have to, because they're in the minority talaga. So, and actually, they'll
It's
be
a
the
numbers
decision
thing.
makers in the votes minsan kasi 3 lang sila. So, sila ang aawitan mo.
Okay. Okay, we have to end this na. So, dapat final words. Yes, Sophia, you wanted to. Okay. So, we'll start with Sendik and then let's try and keep it like under 1 minute. Yung fill up rate natin, 1 minute.
We have to avoid
Yes.
being dragged into the politics of 2028, although that's inevitable. Lahat nasa isip yan. We have to avoid just focusing on Duterte. There is a country to be run. The economy has to be reinvigorated. Justice has to be served. So you need strong government in the next 3 years. Marcos should not think of himself as a lame duck because that's what people want. And you have to stay away from the idea of instant gratification from the people. Dapat i-win na natin yan. Mga tao dyan. That's idealistic. But to my mind, ang kailangan natin maituro sa tao na ang mga politicians natin may empathy. They care. If they don't care, ang nangyayari ngayon, politics is the biggest preoccupation in the country now. Malaki sweldo eh. You ask Edwin sa mga judges, lahat gustong abogado, papasok sa gobyerno, mataas ang sweldo, mataas doon sa mga yung mga justices for yung mga abogado ng tao. Sa akin, napakababaw. So you have to have, sinasabi ko sa Red Cross to, sinasabi ko everywhere I've been, you have to have 5 Fs. You have to be focused on your job, on what really matters, education, justice, mga yan. You have to be fast. People are very impatient. You have to be friendly. Kailangan intelligible ka sa tao. Kasi in the era of social media, sisirain eh.
Yeah.
Madali ka sirain. Mag-hire ka lang ng troll, sisiraan ka na. You have to be flexible. Kailangan, you have to be quickly move. You have to be fleet-footed para magagawa mo yung dapat gawin. And finally, always forward-looking. So, you have to really go out. In the case of, otherwise, the total focus of the country will be telenovela. Pag-awayin mo yung dalawang yan, enjoy tayo. Pero nakalimutan na natin, uy, paano yung trabaho ko? Walang kumukuha ng trabaho rito. Walang bibigyan ng hanap buhay.
Yun lang ang pagtutunan ng pansin.
Yun ang dapat natin ma-avoid. But again, that's asking for the moon and the stars. But I'm willing to, as they say in the impossible, to reach the unreachable
To
star.
reach the unreachable star. Mikey?
Now that we have one of the greatest tools for information, which is social media, I hope now that we vote for the country, vote for the people, and not anymore for a person or for your idol or for someone. You vote for your country and vote for the people.
Huwag mo tawagin tatay na nagpapatay ng tao. Huwag mo tawagin yung idol ko nagluluko. Marami tayong ganyang slogan eh. And we are really lulled into thinking that that's the norm. Iba
And it
yung
should
norm.
not be. Yeah. Well,
Sorry,
it looks like we've turned the corner.
You're looking at the guy that's suppressed.
I think
Vows.
naman to my fellow millennials and to the Gen Zs, let's really recognize that we actually have a lot of power because like the hope that it sparked in us, maybe we felt like, oh, kaya pala, but yeah, kayang-kaya. So maybe double down on that, diba? As opposed to just maybe hindi pala tayo masyado nag-exert ng effort and then look at how the turnout is. So how much more if we band together and just double down on being more informed, on really being more empathetic to what other people need and really making sure that we hold the elected officials more accountable. There.
Okay. Sophia?
I agree, with the social media and the critical thinking and binding together. And siguro I speak for of course, for the voters, that this is such a great decade or generation to actually live in. We have AI, we have social media, information is there. All you have to do is just grab it. Do your own research, eliminate and differentiate or compartmentalize emotions, pagdating sa pagboboto. Tignan mo, kaya ba talaga niyang gawin yung trabaho? And we can do that now because of the information that we have right now. So let's use it and maximize it to make better decisions. Thank you.
Ako naman, tapos na yung election. So, there's only one government. So let's try to help this government also. Let's also ask the government to be more responsive because so far naman economy is doing okay. It's good now. At least, there's a saying, by the way. In the Philippines, one economist told me, without the intervention of government, our country will run at 5% GDP.
Right.
So let's hope that let's also support this government regardless of whether your political because kailangan natin gumanda kung maayos ang matino ang gobyerno, magandang pamamalakad, gagandang ekonomiya, maging maayos ang buhay at lahat yan aangat. It's like it's a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah.
And that's why we also have to, in order for government to be responsive, we also have to make sure that they are held accountable. So that's why we don't keep our eyes off the ball. Tapos na election, tapos na trabaho ko. Which make sure
All
that
the more now, all the more
dapat,
engaged.
All the more engaged. Kung kailangan purihin, kung kailangan i-criticize natin. But let's make sure that we hold the government accountable, regardless who the president is and will be.
Okay. Parang may pahabol si Baus.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're holding your mind. But anyway, thank you very much to all of you for
Thank
joining
you.
me here. Senator
Thank you.
Dick Gordon, thank you, sir, for being here. It would be nice to see you in the Senate again, siguro. Buhay na naman ang Senado noon. Just in case lang,
Belong to
nagbapaano.
the
At
Senator.
sa Senator Dick, ang mga binoboto nila, tama sabi ni Baus, mga nag-iisip na nagtatrabaho na talagang magagaling. Hindi to, in fact, it's a reaction to what si Willie Revillame was saying.
Yeah.
Na you ask us, pag entertainment, kami
Yeah.
hinahanap
Kami yung hinahanap
I was
nyo.
so
Ngayon,
surprised.
gusto namin, sabi niya, ngayon gusto namin magserbisyo naman, ayaw nyo. Parang,
So,
anyway.
Kaya ang kailangan natin talaga sa gobyerno, yung mga taong willing to serve and may intellectual capacity to serve.
Right.
And
Puso, yung
the
heart.
moral
Oo.
fortitude to serve.
Right.
Okay. Okay, wait. Nagpapasalamat na pala ako. Senator Decor, thank you. Mikey De Quiros, thank you. Baus Rufo, thank you. Sophia. Relosa, thank you for being here. And Secretary Edwin Lacerda.
It's been very
thank you.
stimulating.
Yeah.
The two poles here are squeezing the future here.
They're the future. Oh.
You're also
They're the
holding us
future.
accountable. Yeah, so yes.
Of course. Anyway, thank you very much again for being with us today. Well, now that we've talked about it, decoded, unboxed, unpacked, well, let's keep talking. I'm Pia Ontiveros. Thank you for joining us.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.